Hey guys, I covered the song Sky by Joshua Radin about a year and a half ago, and since then I've received a couple requests to do a video tutorial on how I played the song, or at least give the chords for the song. I put it off, didn't feel like doing it, sorry about that, but here we are, and I finally got around to it. I usually play the song with the capo on the 8th fret, so I'm going to show you everything relative to that. The first thing I'm going to show you is the picking pattern. The first chord of the song is a C, so if you put that down, the picking pattern is essentially the same for almost all the chords of the song, and it's just going to be finger picking with the right hand. You're going to hit the bass note of the chord with the thumb. In this case it's a C, the 5th string, 3rd fret, and then you're going to pick the 3rd and 4th strings together with your index and middle fingers, and basically just alternate between the thumb and the 2 fingers together over and over, like that, right? So the intro of the song before the lyrics start is just 2 measures of C, and the way I do the timing for this is I think of it like every time I hit a string with the right hand, I count it like an 8th note. So 1 measure would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? And so the intro is 2 measures of C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, like that. Then the verse begins, and it just continues on with 2 more measures of C, followed by 2 measures of A minor. Now, the A minor chord normally looks like this, right? And you might notice in my cover that I don't actually put down the full A minor chord. I only put down the 2 fingers on the 2nd fret. And the reason for this is that with the way we're picking with the right hand, we're not really going to be hitting the 1st or the 2nd strings at all throughout the song, except for in the chorus, but we'll get to that later. So when we're doing this kind of picking pattern, we don't really need to put down a full chord. We only need to put down what we're using, which is basically the 3rd string through the 6th string. And in this case, in the A minor, you don't need the index finger on the 2nd string. So I usually just put the other 2 down. And the picking pattern is the same. You hit the open A on the 5th string with your thumb, and then pick a 3rd and 4th string with the other 2 fingers. Like that. So verse, so far we've got 2 measures of C, 2 measures of A minor, then 1 measure of F, and again I'm not doing the full bar chord because I don't need it. I only need the bass note, F on the 6th string, 1st fret, then the F 1 octave higher on the 4th string, and then the A on the 3rd. So 1 measure of that, then half a measure of C, half a measure of G. So with the intro it sounds like this. The intro, verse, A minor, F, C, G, like that. One other piece of advice I forgot is that for chords like F and G, where your bass note is on the 6th string rather than the 5th, the 2 fingers of the right hand, the index and middle fingers, are still going to be picking the 3rd and 4th strings of the guitar. They don't move up to the 4th and 5th or anything like that. For pretty much the entire song, they stay on the 3rd and 4th. You hit the pre-chorus then, but I'll just play through. I think it repeats that chord sequence twice for the first verse, and it goes like this with the intro. I woke, dreaming we had broke, dreaming you left me for someone new, and you cried, drying those brown eyes, crying you're sorry, sorry won't do, but... And then here's where you hit the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus is going to be 1 measure of F, 1 measure of G, then a half measure of C, half a measure of E minor over bass note B, which just means, you put down the E minor chord with left hand, and instead of the bass note being the open E string, you're going to hit the 5th string 2nd fret, that's a B, as your bass note, and then pick the 3rd and 4th strings with your 2 fingers. Like that. Then finally, 1 measure of the A minor. So, pre-chorus, 1 measure of F, 1 measure of G, half measure of C, half measure of E minor over B, 1 measure of A minor. So it's going to be like this. This is the way I need to wake. I wake to you. You never left me. All that I dreamt had been untrue. Open my eyes, I see sky. And on the 3rd time around, you're going to just stop at the G. 1 measure of G. With the line, I see sky. And then you're going to go straight into the chorus from there. And the chorus is a little bit different because I strum the chorus with the right hand instead of, the picking pattern that I showed you. So what this means is that you can't get away with shortcuts anymore with the left hand. You have to put down the full chord because you're going to be hitting all the strings with the right hand. But the chord sequence for the chorus is fairly simple. It's just C, G, F, G. So, you know the way to keep me on my toes. I will be fine. Just say you'll stay forever mine. Like that. And the one semi-tricky part of this song, I think, is coming out of the chorus. You have to go into the picking pattern without missing a beat, otherwise it sounds a little awkward. This is just the way I play it. The timing on the original version by Joshua Radin is a little bit different, but this is the way I found I could play it just with me and the guitar without it sounding awkward. So you come out of the chorus, just say you'll stay forever mine, till we fall asleep tonight. So, till we fall asleep tonight, the chorus for that line, coming out of the chorus, is just 1 measure of C, 1 measure of A minor, 1 measure of G, 1 measure of C. So it sounds like, till we fall asleep tonight. And then I usually leave 1 more measure of C as kind of an interlude between the chorus and the next verse. So 1 more measure of C. And then you're going to start the 2nd verse and play it the same way as you played the 1st verse, which is 2 measures of C, A minor, F, C, G, like that. And you play through the 2nd verse, same way as the 1st. And you hit the pre-chorus, same way as the 1st time. Chorus, same thing as the 1st time. Then you hit the bridge. The bridge is going to be 1 measure of E minor. This time it's regular E minor instead of E minor over B like last time. So this time you're going to hit the bass note with your thumb with the right hand as the open 6th string, the E, and then pick 3rd and 4th strings again with the 2 fingers. And it's going to be 1 measure of that, 1 measure of F, 1 measure of C, 1 measure of G. And you repeat that sequence through the bridge. It sounds like this. Sometimes I forget to love you like I should, but I never leave you, no, I never would, I never would. And then I usually do 1 more measure of G, and then go straight into the chorus. Oh, 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 you know the way to keep me on my toes. Finish out the chorus and finish out the song. That's pretty much it. So, yeah. Good luck. Have fun.